Sorry about that. So hey guys, what we're doing today is we're having a go with an aircraft. Again, I've had it for ages, but I've never really flown it. I'm just going to quickly reboot my EasyDock because for some reason it crashes every time I start recording. Anyway, so what we're doing today is we are flying the Diamond Katana by Aerosoft. For some reason it's just completely screwed my viewpoint up and it thinks I'm sitting on the center console. There we go, and viewpoint. Probably the best one I'm going to get it to do for me today. So we can stick the keys in the ignition. Battery can come on. That's going mad. I wonder. I know you can configure the GPS to be something slightly different. Trying to remember how to do it. I think it was like a maintenance tab in here somewhere. There we go. Because you could configure the GPS to be funny. FS map. Yeah, I use a different one. Okay, so that's now live. Fuel pump comes on. If you can, I think you're probably flying two different jets at the same time mentally. Parking brake, that's on. Okay, so crack that. And crack that. I'm trying to remember where to get fuel flow from. Fuel cut-off valve on this thing is actually down here. Yeah, so that's now open. I remember this stuff. Whoa, head in the canopy. Okay, so bit of power. Generator. In all fairness, we only need that to work. And that to work in standby mode. Avionics Master comes on now. So we're just going to take off and fly very much visually today, just down the Great Glen of Scotland. So parking brakes come off. Quite a bit of rolling resistance on this aircraft. I know what I haven't done. Fully unfeathered the prop. Parking brake is off. My throttle's not connected though. That could be a problem. For some reason we are parked in the middle of the taxiway today. Much embarrassment later, we're now taxiing. So you can see this is the 7720 scenery at Inverness. A little bit jittery today for some reason. Let's just quickly get rid of the stuff that's running in the background that does need to really be running. You can see the weather's very Scottish today, not particularly amazing, is all that means. So we're going to have to stay low and fast to ensure we don't enter any clouds, and because I don't think we are qualified to enter clouds in this aircraft, so yeah. I'm just going to take off and fly it at low level visually down the Great Glen. I'm using Oban FTX Global for Scotland, and yeah. Sit back, relax and enjoy is all I can say. We are flying in offline mode, hence I'm not talking to anyone. Even if I wasn't, there's nobody actually flies this far north on that sim. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to tap my toe brakes back, and I'm going to take a lump of flap. Well, hang on, that was a bit worrying. This is actually the way the wind's blowing, so we can just park ourselves here. Parking brake is set now. There you go, flaps are set for takeoff. Full power. RPM gauge is that one there. Left mag, right mag, both drop of less than 75. Let's go. Okay, and transponder can come on to altitude mode. The really weird noise you can hear in the background is the fuel pump. some reason in this aircraft it's decided it can hear it over the engine, which I don't know any other aircraft that's actually possible in. And we're on the runway now, so we're just going to gradually open the throttle to full power. .55 knots will rotate. That's 40 knots right there. 50 and 55. Rotating the nose up. Aircraft climbs effortlessly. We'll just take this as our initial climb speed. The altitude gauge seems to be having an issue today. There we go. Fixed it. It thought it was wanting to read QFE. I'll just fly a gradual turn on course. Okay, well, not particularly gradual, but yeah. We'll just turn out as far as the water, purely so that we avoid getting too close to the airport, because that's how far away we are. We just started over there on the GA apron. We can then trim the nose down. Got the Berlin charts out, which is probably the worst charts to have out for this trip, because we're nowhere near Berlin. Okay, we can now go, whoa, flaps up. We're going to probably keep ourselves down about 1,000 on this trip, because we're not going to be going just purely so we've got enough height for parachutes, which we are wearing, but not enough height. Well, as you can see, the clouds are pretty close to us already, so I'm going to trim down again. Okay, just putting a bit of power off. Trimming back up, just again aiming to keep the aircraft as close to a level as possible. Now what we'll probably do is cut the video here. Anyway, so we're now flying up, well, yeah, we're going a bit close to the runway there. But we're just going to turn to fly down the Great Glen of Scotland. That wasn't a storm, was it? If that was a crack from a thunderstorm, we're going to have to head back to Inverness. And you can see how important it is to be able to maintain a certain altitude, because even at 1,000 feet we are too high to be under the cloud line. It's a very well defined cloud line, I'll give it that, but that's about all I can. I'm just going to keep us below the cloud. So what I shall do is I shall cut the video here. You can see we're heading for that piece, well, down this piece of water here. And that's the next kind of main one, over that direction. But I can, because I've forgotten how to fast forward, I can cut the video here. And then I can welcome you all back when we're approaching Oban, which is going to be about 30 miles, well, about 50 miles down the road. See you then, folks. That airport there is Oban. Going to mute the thing. Seems like my computer phone that's doing its nut right now. And also, one thing I noticed about this, whilst I was on the way down here, I got bored and started clicking it. You can move the pen and the manual. Can't open the manual, but it kind of floats up and then whee. And even has Velcro sound. That must be that's the screw there, I think. So I noticed you also get reflections off the canopy. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. We're hanging quite close to this hilltop. I'm just going to put some power on and get over the top of it. But as I say, this was very much a VFR of, right, I know roughly where Inverness is and I know roughly where Oban is. Let's go. And see how some people do put that much flight planning into VFR. I mean, I didn't realise how bad the weather was. This isn't terrible weather. I mean, the wind's not that bad either. But you know, it's marginal for what I would be comfortable flying something like this in. This is also my first flight with the Katana for absolutely ages. So yeah, and right, Oban should be on the That's still 10 miles away. What I'll do is I'll just put a bit of fast forward on. So anyway, sorry, I'm just going to back commentate this part properly. Anyway, I know I'm slewing. Deal with it. It's just to speed the whole process of getting there up. Actually, to be honest with you, we can unslew again. And pretend that cheating never happened and I just skipped that bit. So, anyway, hey guys, sorry. Cut the video a bit just to warp you another 2 miles. So you can see our airspeed and ground speed are pretty evenly matched right now in terms of 80 knots. The Katana's very nice, slow aircraft. It also is very spinnable apparently, but I can't really test that on this trip. I've got the audio muted. Yeah, that's my computer. I'm gonna have a look at that once I finish this video. And I'm just gonna take that as our aiming point, the corner of that hill, because Oban's actually kind of a curvy approach. You do very much a curve to final. I'm also quite happy with how I've got the aircraft trimmed right now. It's near enough straight and level. There we go. You can also see that I haven't actually programmed the GPS for this trip, because as I say, it was very much a let's just fly by looking out the window kind of trip. It's got a bit colder as well. Still not a concern for icing, but not particularly hot. Another thing we can do with the aircraft is just roll it and kick the rudder out. And then normally you can hold the aircraft like that, but apparently auto rudder's gone back in. Apparently it wasn't. Anyway, Oban's just behind this hill. Again, Oban was by Sim 720. Again, brilliant scenery company. I suggest you go and check them out. They are absolutely excellent. Yeah, and again they're a very good group as well, because they've donated a lot towards the kind of the flight sim almost the flight sim community's charitable cause is what it nearly is now. It's Rosie Davies as trust fund towards getting her the things she needs to live out, pretty much just survive. So they're definitely a company to go and check out. 100% recommend you do. For some reason, this aircraft refuses to descend now. Right, power should be all the way back. Alright, that's an issue. That's why we were taxiing so fast. For some reason, my throttle's mapped itself that central on the throttle is midway. Sorry, yeah, idle's midway on the throttle lever. I know you're not supposed to idle, you're supposed to go at about that much power. But that will be a problem during landing. And that's why you don't look down, you can just make the runway out there. Just behind the hill. We're actually flying almost parallel to the runway now. And we're just going to fly down this road to make our landing. We need a little bit of power now. Pitching up slightly. There we go. Making it. And just hold an inside line. Actually, we can take it from here. So we'll go fully idle. First bumper flap. Probably going to need more power before we reach the threshold. This is probably quite a unrealistic approach profile into Oban, because I can't imagine you would go this close to this steep in and this short to final. Probably end up coming in from the other end. I will have a look and show you the other end in some other video. I think I did it actually during a stream once. Was it a stream or a video? Not sure. Or I took the Piper Comanche up here. I think I might have ended up having to eliminate that one because it didn't go too well for me personally. That was back when I did decent videos. Now we can just dive down towards the threshold, aiming for a prompt touchdown so that we vacate onto the apron. Okay, and second lump of flap. Oop, wrong way. Ooh, a little bit of a float. We're going to get down on the threshold where we are supposed to land, actually. And we're down. We can also switch the audio back on at this stage. So we'll just turn ourselves... Oh, we can turn left here. Forgot this aircraft won't idle. I'm going to have to remap my controls the second I get back into the gate. I'm just being very gentle not to break anything right now. You can see this is where the Hebrides government BN2I Islander is based. Okay, I'm just going to put again the throttle near enough idle. Maybe that much. No, we missed the first turn off. We'll go through the second. And just pull up next to that Cessna 182. And this is actually it's quite sparse of autogen the surrounding area. But it's actually quite realistic from where I see it, because you'd be surprised how sparse Scotland is of autogen. Other than obviously scrub and brushes, which you can't really put in through autogen because it's just would take for hours. The something flying club. No parking. Oh well. We'll just park ourselves up here. We're not in the no parking bin, so I'm just holding the aircraft on tow brake, idling the throttle, feathering the prop, pulling on the parking brake. Okay, we'll just switch the mags off now. Landing lights, that, avionics master off, that off, everything's off, everything's off. So that whirly sound wasn't actually my computer, it was, yeah, it was the aircraft. I was concerned it was my computer for a bit. We left the flaps down just as, in some instances general aviation do leave their flap down. Okay, so that's us done for this fight anyway. So thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll be doing tomorrow, but we'll see you then. Bye bye.